Simulation 14.
This is the Terraria Experiment, where I play hardcore characters on legendary difficulty in order to learn the game better. I spawned in along with 9 other specimens to celebrate 100 subs, and we all began our journeys by getting some wood. Some of us made wood tools, some made slime traps, and some went straight for the caves. After farming some gel, I headed into a cave along with 14G and D. We kept mining, and I watched 14D barely survive fighting a slime and then leave my sight. Little did I know that would be the last time I'd see him alive, and we were already down to 9. Meanwhile, specimens B and C were killing a pinky, specimen 14F was building a house, and 14G, who I'd been with from the start, perished to the same yellow slime that killed 14D. Then specimen I was dying to a vulture, followed by specimen H to a blue slime. With death messages haunting me, I kept heading further down, making some gear and grabbing the loot from G and D. Then 14E found a second pinky. He chased it around, slowly whittling down its health, when suddenly he found himself stuck between some slimes and a vulture, and he had to choose. He chose wrong. Down to 5 already, I was feeling pretty confident. I said hi to a ghost, grabbed some ore, and found my first life crystal. At the same time, 14A decided to recall back to the surface. Seeing that it was almost night, he ran past the house of 14F until slime surrounded him, so he built up to escape them. However, when a demon eye came for his life, he had to recall again, where a zombie hit him instantly. He ran and parkoured to 14F's house and built a box for safety. Meanwhile, I made lead armor and found another house. I started clearing off urns when a poison dart trap ended specimen 14 in a single hit. But while I was dying to traps, 14A had been digging, and he found my tunnels. He slowly made his way towards the place of my demise, and he heroically avenged my death, disabling the trap and collecting my gear. He continued the journey, carrying the equipment and hearts of myself, 14D, and 14G. Dang traps. But hope was not lost. 14F was bravely venturing into the caves where he crossed the very same path that 14A did. He carefully descended, nearly dying himself, past my tombstone and all the way to A's grave, where he collected all of our gear and prepared himself, with anger in his eyes, to avenge all of the combined corpses of 5 specimens now rested in the lair of this crawdad, which left us with only 2 specimens remaining. 14B and C had carefully descended together, gearing up and watching each other's backs as they mined and shot slimes. But when C was coming back from making lead armor, he found that B had fallen into the river. B panicked and built to keep the slimes from getting to him, but in the end, it was the lack of oxygen that got to him. As the sole remaining specimen, C started to lose his mind. After shooting so many arrows, he got impatient and decided to try and jump past. But when the slimes got on top of him, he tried to swim back to the start, and he died just inches from where his friend had just drowned. Do you think you can do better? Subscribe and I'll do a 50-person simulation when I hit 1,000 subs.